In today's video, I will be installing a snorkel kit on project GR86. In the last project GR86 video, I installed this GR intake. If you have not seen that video, I recommend watching that video first. The first steps here will be to remove the front bumper. Removing the front bumper will consist of around 5 10mm bolts here on the top here, and some push clips. And then on the side here we'll pop out 3 push clips and remove 1 10mm bolt here. And underneath will be more push clips all the way under this lip here. Didn't even need the push clipper for up here. They just came out with a small flathead screwdriver and a little bit of wiggling. And after you removed all the bolts and clips along here, you will need to just take this piece out and set it to the side. There are 3 push clips here that will need to be removed to get in there for the 10mm that holds the light in, and then you will need to unplug the light. Access the front clips underneath the lip here along the full lip. I recommend you jack the car up. It'll make it a lot easier. So you'll start from one corner of the grill and work your way around, getting these little clips here out. All along here you'll want a plastic or some kind of a dish to put them in. I'm using a different dish than what I was using for the top side, just in case this hardware is different in any way. And again, these work exactly the same way. There are these little clips here, and then they just pull out, very simple. Looks like that one's not part of it. The second one here is not part of that. The third one over here is. They look to both be the exact same, so I'm thinking they're all the same. This one looks like it's a screw type, so we'll need to remember towards the center where the doubles are, one of them is a screw type. And then the second one is just a popper type. Then we're back to the very center one being a screw type again. And again it repeats. Towards the center is the popper type on the double. Screw type. This one over here is the screw type again. Looks like the other two are just the pull types. Now to remove this bumper, we'll need to pull out the tabs over here. There's these tabs. If you could just hold on to the bumper just in case. You don't want your bumper to fall, so you're going to need a second set of hands here. Scoot that way over towards the drivers, please. Now, you'll need to remove these carefully. Here, can we swap? There they go, they're out. Now we'll just take this to the front grass here. Set it somewhere where it ain't gonna get scratched. I think you could set it like this. Maybe it's safer like so, maybe. It feels safer like so. I opted for the curved down one. They had a straight one that mimics the GR86 Cup Car one. I think these are 3D printed. They're printed out of something that's heat resistant. It has the foam just like the factory one does. And it snakes down a little bit here. Something like this it'll be once we remove this guy. Once you've removed both bolts, just pulls out. Again, it's got the foam like I said the other one did. Now, you see how there's two of these rubbers here with the liner in the center, the metal liner? We'll need to remove one of those and use it on the new Snorkel. Again, it's very simple to remove, just like I removed installing the GR intake. I took a little screwdriver. You'll want to just push that center out. And then the rubber just pulls up like so. And it's out. So when you push it in, you'll want to make sure you get it into the air intake, like so. We'll need to make sure that lines up. It looks a little bit looser than the other one was. To get this bolt in, it takes a little bit of a finesse here. And by the way, do not lean on your foam crash bar. It will pop off. It already did on me once. But you will need to just pull it out just a hair is what I did from the radiator, what is this called here, the cowl or whatever. You'll pull it out just a hair from this radiator support. So you can see to line it up here and get it going, and then you'll need to push up and over to get it to line in. It looks like it's going to go in just fine now. Once I get it tight, it's lining up better than I thought it was going to. It's because it was naturally wanting to be this way too much. To get these two to line up better here, what I did was I loosened the air intake here just slightly and down here just slightly, and I pushed it forward as far as I could, and then I tightened both places just to get it to line up. Now it is sealing like it should. Not as easy to put this on as it was to take it off. When you're putting it on, you do have to line all these little fingers up on the outside here of the black. All of these need lined up on the outside of the black plastic, or it will not push in right all the way around. wherever there was a finger. So what I did to get this up so it wouldn't fall down is I went ahead and put the rubber seal around here first, pushed in, hand tightened the 10 millimeters, the 5 10 millimeters, just to hold it on. So you didn't have to hold it up, your partner didn't have to keep holding. And then you're gonna have to come over here, and this, not sure what you're gonna, let's see. And then this little finger here, there's a little finger that comes around here, like so. It needs to come around this. There's a black plastic here. Not sure if that's gonna come across in the video or not, but I'm gonna have to pull that down and in. And it'll go on just like so. Clip in. You want to make sure these was through like I told you earlier. And then just start putting your clippers back on. You can see everything's lining up here. Maybe we'll go to the bottom side first. And it's just reverse of installation. After you do the install, you'll want to unplug the battery for about 10 minutes-ish, just to reset everything again. Of course, that's what you want to do all the time whenever you do a modification. It resets everything so it can start learning again, because it's taking more air in. I did notice now it has the gulping induction sound that it didn't have before. It does sound different. Different as in a good different. I know from an idle I could hear it when I was blipping the throttle. My first impressions are, for being around an $80 mod, it's worth it. If you're looking for that little bit of induction, whether you have an aftermarket or the factory OEM, I do recommend some kind of snorkel. I do realize that it's going to take just a little bit for this to be able to learn. I think it's a 50-mile range for the car to learn. Again, when you reset the battery, we'll see where this goes from here. I want to thank you for watching today's video. Please like and subscribe. And always remember, treat others as you would want to be treated. Have a good week.